So, how strong are the FNAF animatronics? Like seriously, how strong are they? We don't exactly have a lot of physical feats to go off of, or do we? The FNAF universe extends through many games, with the later ones being more sci-fi and thus having more strength feats, like Monty being able to just decimate things, like his room, a toy artillery gun, and that ball shooty thing that I'm not sure what it's called, along with being able to break open a locked fence gate as well. So for now, we'll be sticking to Scott era of games, those being FNAF 1, 2, 3, 4, Not FNAF World, Sister Location, and Pizzeria Simulator. I'm not counting spin-off games. So yeah, let's check it out. FNAF 1 doesn't have many feats, but to be fair, you spend most of it in your office doing nothing. The main things to note are the facts that the animatronics can and will knock you out cold, long enough to detain you and stuff you. Now we know that you don't die when you get jump scared, and that you're most likely alive when you're getting stuffed, by the way Phone Guy describes it as being uncomfortable. So as far as he's aware, you're still alive when they do, and with good reason, seeing as he's probably encountered enough dead bodies to know that there might be a chance he survives being stuffed if someone finds him in time.
Maybe sometime you could check inside those suits in the back room. I'm gonna try to hold out until someone checks. Maybe it won't be so bad.
Or it could just be wishful thinking. I mean, it's not like even if you could escape before getting stuffed, you're gonna get out scot-free. Getting knocked out like that is probably gonna give you brain damage. The longer it takes you to recover from, the more brain damage you probably have. Probably. I don't know. You should probably consult a healthcare professional. FNAF 2 is very similar to the first one in that the only feats of strength are when they kill you and when they knock you out cold from 200 pounds of metal running at you like a dive bomber. Although as opposed to the first game, we know that in this game, when you get stuffed, you're actually alive. Looking at the game over screen, we could see the POV of the security guard after being stuffed, with Withered Freddy looking at you all smug like. It seems that they stuffed you with an empty Freddy head, so instead of having your eyes getting popped out, you're just left to die from brain damage, and whatever else that they did to you. FNAF 3 has exactly one feat, giving you a heart attack from 5 feet away. Yeah, no. The only feat Springtrap has is just running fast, and he doesn't even look cool while doing it.
It's peanut butter jelly time! Peanut butter jelly time! Peanut butter jelly time! Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Now there you go, there you go, there you go, there you go.
I say all this, but this truly counts as a feat. Now, while we might not see Springy Boy over here bench pressing 200 pounds like a dude bro, we do see him running around and walking, and well, that's a form of exerting force. We don't really think about it too much, but when we walk, we're carrying the weight of our own bodies, and depending how strong you are, it also affects how fast you can run, you know, to an extent. After doing some math from when Springtrap shows up at your window to when he runs off frame, he runs off at about 7.5 meters per second, or 24.6 feet per second. Now, that's not the fastest a human being could ever run, but considering he's a hunk of metal with a bunch of like rust and fleshy guts inside of him, yeah, I think he's got his work cut out for him. Like, you try running around in a mascot costume that weighs like 200 pounds because of all the metal stuff. Along with the fact that he has to fight like the AI that's actively trying to like go somewhere else. So, yeah. Okay, so this one's pretty easy. The nightmares do not exist, so there's nothing to calculate. Easy. Next. Okay, yes, I know that there's a high probability chance that they do technically exist, with the whole dittophobia and them just being mannequins on wheels. Come on, guys. Regardless, they're still dreams, and I don't think mannequins are really capable of lifting up anything. Now in the cutscenes where we actually see the bite of E3, now we could actually use that. And it's pretty simple. MatPat has actually already solved that for us. All we have to do is...
Father, it's me, Michael.
World website is, does a regular old animatronic or chunks of robot how that pressure is being delivered. Real strength pneumatic actuator. We can use this handprint to scale everything else. Freddy's head then is 32 centimeters. Needs some this to it looks this area up. We can use this figure to determine how much force each tooth is biting down with. And that number is bone chilling. 14,758 newtons.
Yeah, there. 14,758 newtons of force. Moving on. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. The sister location animatronics. Bet you they've got some pretty cool feats, right? And not really. From everything that we've seen, they don't really do much other than the usual. The biggest thing to note is that Ballora and Funtime Foxy are really fast, and that's impressive seeing as the Funtimes are probably the most heaviest animatronics out there. But I mean, that's about it. Baby just talks to you constantly. Funtime Freddy can eat Bon, but I'd imagine she weighs like, I don't know, like a bowling ball? I mean, that would be impressive if you could actually just like throw like a bowling ball over your head, so I mean, I'd imagine it's still possible, like by human standards, but still. With Funtime Foxy, you just see him run around and knock you out on night 3. But Ballora, man, you could actually see her doing ballet, and which is impressive for a robot. Like, you could see her do the whole spinny thing with her tippy toes, and like, I never did ballet, so I don't know what that's called, so yeah, they never offered it in my school. But I mean, like, that's gotta count for something, right? Anyways, another test of strength I could think of is when the Biddy Babs are trying to open the shelf you're hiding in. But I mean, that could just show how weak the player is. Either way, that doesn't really count, because like, it's not really canon, because if you lose to them, you just die. So anyways. And now it's time for the final show, Pizzeria Simulator. Scrap Baby being able to look around that giant claw. Yeah, like that's a pretty good feat. That thing is pretty big and huge, and I don't know how much strength she has, or it takes to carry it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do Pizzeria Simulator since like half the game you're in the blueprint mode and just playing games. So like most of that doesn't have to do with any of the animatronics other than like, you know, help me. And then the other half is just salvaging and fighting off lawsuits. And then you get to the office gameplay, which is only a smaller section of the whole game. And even then you don't really see them do much because there isn't even any cameras or anything. You just see them as soon as they get into your like office, and as soon as that happens, you're dead. So there really isn't any show of strength here, although it's a good show of their stealth. Like they somehow managed to hide in some of these funniest places. Like anything that's marked down, they managed to hide in. You mark down the speakers, yeah, they'll hide in that. Yeah, we don't know where Scrap Baby puts her giant claw in, but she'll hide in it. As long as it's marked down, they'll get into it somehow. So what did we learn from all this? Well, the animatronics as a whole are pretty fast and are able to at least hold up their own weight in order to run around. And they could easily knock you out unconscious for an extended period of time, and are strong enough to lug you around. The most notable ones being Fredbear having a really strong jaw, you know, enough to kill people. Foxy being the fastest animatronic, probably. The Nightmare's not counting as real. William is a marvel of an engineer for being able to create a dancing animatronic that could move freely while being on its tippy toes. Funtime Freddy can just yeet a bowling ball like it's nothing apparently. And Scrap Baby wielding a giant claw while on roller skates. So if not strong, then very talented. But most importantly, you lot for being able to put up with this video and watching up until now. So thank you very much, and please tell me anything you want to critique, please. You know, we have to get better. We have to learn how to get like critiqued. Constructive criticism. I know. Sometimes I feel like I feel like I'm a bit boring, but either way, when it comes to FNAF, I feel like I tend to ramble, and like I'm not the best speaker out there, which is why it's not the first reason that I started making these videos, but in part, you know, I do this in part to help me learn how to actually speak, and yeah, tell me what you think. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time. Bye. Oh yeah, I forgot, like the video and dislike it if you disliked it. Yeah, okay, goodbye. Man, after listening to like my recordings, there are times where I really sound like I'm reading off of a script. Gotta work